Action.
The only thing I had to make the government in the United States hate me is the government here in the law enforcement branch come over when I was younger, before I had all these tattoos, of course, and they got a whole bunch of them, and they tried to beat me up a couple times and just commit a straight violent crime against me, and I did not allow them to. I fought them back for my safety of my person, and I beat 2 live cases for battery type offenses on officers for doing those similar type of acts and lying through their paperwork and trying to get me convicted. Both of them on life terms and a 3 strikes you're outlaw, fabricated stuff. To substantiate ain't no 3 strikes you're outlaw works. This is what they do to people. And I only had a grand theft and stuff like that back then. But I think that all these cops need to be in prison.
Hey, tell them what they did to your throat.
Oh, with my throat? What they did on my throat, they had 5 officers come in. I was in administration segregation in the hole. That's what you guys know as hole. They call it ADSEG.
Yeah.
Admin, all kind of stuff. They're locked in a little cement box. I was in there for 10 months and 7 days without ever committing a rule violation to get in there. They put me in there in solitary confinement because I exercised my constitutional Miranda rights and wouldn't talk in my criminal case. That was my discipline for not talking. They told me it flat out in my face, and that's what they did. 10 months and 7 days locked in a box. And my public defender, court-appointed attorneys that they paid for me refused to make motions to get me out of there or argue what they did to me. They came in there the day I was going to prison, the day before I was going to prison, to give me a going away present, I guess, what they would call it. They're coming in there with their rubber gloves on, they're beating up certain inmates with a whole bunch of cops against one. So they came in there the day before I went to prison, and they came in there to beat me up, and they disrespected my Native American spiritual cards that were hanging off my ledge and my windowsill. They used profanity, they desecrated my religion, they desecrated my culture of being part Native American. They tormented me with that. They sweared at me, they left, they came back with 5 officers. I was just sitting there drawing pictures on my table. They came back with 5 of them officers, all rubber gloves on, and they wanted to fight. They came back to fight, and they ended up making my throat come all the way out to my chin. I didn't have a throat no more. It was out to my chin. I had to go get a radiation barium swallow.
And the fingerprint markings.
There's fingerprint markings of abrasion. There's scab marks of fingerprints on my neck from them choking me. My hair, a bunch of my hair was out. I pulled out, it was all on the table from going like this and taking out where they pulled it out. My throat was swollen out so bad I couldn't laugh or talk harshly or anything, or an intense sharp pain went in the side of my neck. They broke something in my neck. They refused me medical treatment. My district attorney that was appointed to me, court-appointed attorney, Mark Rouse, that was appointed to me, filed a motion finally, and he sent something to the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the judge, and we went into there. The judge didn't want to, he was forced to. I had a barium swallow, I had to swallow a big container of radiation to x-ray my throat. The doctor told me if it causes you pain within a few days, you come immediately back here. I requested to come back. I was in severe pain, and the El Dorado County Sheriffs in California refused to let me go back for my follow-up appointment and locked me in a cell. And they wouldn't let me come out for any medical follow-up in their jail either. And the Federal Bureau of Investigation came in there. They played the old good cop, bad cop role. One of them, which was a white and black team, salt and pepper team, you know, for me, man, like I was going to get off on that or something. You know what I mean? They fucking bring a salt and pepper team to me, and of course they made the black guy, the good guy, that was concerned, and the white guy was pointing at, like, not even an inch from my face, screaming at me and spitting in my face
Was that
Used
a
them
cop
for
team or the Federal
That was
Bureau
a
of...
Federal Bureau of Investigation. Spitting
Yeah,
in my
okay.
face with spit, hitting me all in the face in a little teeny room, trying to make me do something to him. And when I didn't do it, they left. All the disrespects in the jail stopped immediately. But to my knowledge, they never did anything to these crooked cops. For them, at that time they came in here, I was already being tortured physically and mentally in administration segregation for over 6 months, over a half a year. So they think I'm right up here? I don't think so. So that's exactly what my experiences with the Federal Bureau of Investigation and sheriff. There's a bunch of crooks that need to be in prison.
Okay.